Welcome back. Now what you need to do is that you need to add as many messages as you can. And again, you need to know your goal because it's impossible to create a chatbot that's gonna answer every question or every text that the user is gonna send. It's impossible. Even if you are using the best chatbot in the world, it's just impossible to respond to every single question because uh, as you know there are endless number of questions and statements that the user could ask the chatbot or could the user send to the chatbot. So you need to know your goal. You need to have a goal, a specific goal and a specific purpose for that chatbot. So that chatbot could for example answer scientific questions, for example. For example, scientific questions about a specific field. Again, you need to be very specific. If you want your chatbot to be smart, you need to be specific. But if you are very generic, it would be very difficult to make that chatbot smart. So here, as you can see, I have inserted only a few statements and questions. Let's test with these. So here, let me first refresh. And of course, you need to run the server. You cannot use the static code to test or use the chatbot. You need to run the server, and you know how to run the server by opening the terminal, and then you need to type PHP -s and then localhost 8000. Now I'm running the server. Let me here type one of the texts that we have here. So I'm gonna say hi. I'm gonna say here hi. If I say hi and send, the response would be hello. If I say hi there, I'm gonna say hi there, and then if I say send, the response would be hi there and then exclamation mark. If I say do you have kids, let me say do you have kids, and if I send, the answer would be no, I'm a chatbot, and that's correct. However, if I say something that doesn't exist in the database, for example, if I say welcome, which doesn't exist, and if I send, the chatbot would say what? Because we have told the chatbot to respond with what if there is no match, if there is nothing in the database that matches the statement. So as you can see, the chatbot is going to be smart only if you give it as many statements as possible. And to make the process easy for you and to make the chatbot smart and to give the user a great user experience, you need to you need to design the chatbot to serve a specific purpose. And it's impossible. The reason why I did not make a specific chatbot is because every one of you will have a different purpose. So therefore, you need to the only thing that you need to do is that you need to click on insert and start inserting texts and responses depending upon your purpose, depending upon your goal, and your chatbot will respond according to the text that you say here and according to the response that 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 corresponds to the text that you type. The last thing that we need to do in the code is that we need to separate the chatbot send message with the response message. In other words, we want to have another function for the response. So I'm going to create a new function here. I'm going to say function, and then I'm going to say server underscore response. And the server response will have the same exact code as the chatbot. I'm going to copy the chatbot, this code. However, there will be a few differences. First, we need to remove this else. We no longer need this else. And we here are good to go. There is nothing else to do. Server response. And here in the make request, we need to say server response. We need to use the server response. And whenever we are sending a static message, we need to use this send we need to use this chatbot send message. So we no longer need this if statement. I'm going to remove this if statement, and I'm going to remove this else. So this chatbot will be used. This one will be used whenever we want to send a static message, such as this: "How are you?" So we will use this. Else, if you are waiting a response from the server, we need to use the server response. So it's important to separate the two functions. One for server response, one for responses that will come from the server, and another one for responses texts or responses that are static, that responses that will come from JavaScript. Let me test one more time. Let me now test. So if I refresh now, and if I here say hi, I'm gonna get here hello. And you can send messages initially. So here at the top, you can send messages at the beginning of the by the way, I should remove this. And I should here say, here message text. So now if I save, the first message that the chatbot is going to send to me is "How are you?" Now if I refresh, the chatbot is going to say "How are you?" I can say here good. And if I say good, the chatbot is going to say what? And the reason is because we need to say good. So if user says good, the response could be great, for example. So now if I refresh one more time, and if the chatbot says "How are you?" and I say good, the chatbot is going to say great. So in order to design a smart chatbot, you need a lot of time to predict the conversation between the chatbot and the user. And again here I'm having a general chatbot, therefore it's again going to be difficult for me. But for you, I want you to design a chatbot that serves a specific purpose. That way you will have a smart chatbot.